Now, some news from Peru, where more than 200 indigenous people gathered on the steep trails of San Cristobal Hill in Lima to protest against a new law. Wearing their traditional attire and with red in the national flag, they came together to demand justice for thousands who disappeared during Peru's internal conflict from 1980 to 2000. They sounded horns and conch shells in a powerful, solemn vigil. Among them was Doris Kakwe, whose husband disappeared in a military barrack back in 1986. She and others are protesting against a new amnesty law passed by Congress that protects military and police officers accused of human rights abuses during the conflict. There's also Milagros Milan, whose brother died during protests last year. Clearly said that they're not asking for revenge, but for justice and dignity. Human rights groups warn that this law could erase hundreds of convictions and stop many ongoing cases, further denying families from finding justice. This gathering happened on the eve of Peru's Independence Day as indigenous groups prepare to march against President Dina Boyate's government. This isn't the first time President's government has faced public outrage. In fact, the message in the streets has been consistent and has been growing louder. Back in March, protesters thronged the streets of capital Lima against a crackdown by Boyate's regime. The picture remained the same a couple of months later in May, when traders, bus drivers and workers also took it to the streets demanding an end to extortion, violence and the failure of the state. The country is facing its deadliest crime wave in 2 decades. Public anger also was at a boiling point when pensioners and working-class citizens expressed outrage after finding out Boyate's salary was quietly doubled. This at a time when nearly 1 in 3 Peruvians are living in poverty. Boyate came to power after former President Pedro Castillo was removed and arrested. Her time in office has been marked by unrest and deadly protest, with at least 50 civilians allegedly killed, mostly in indigenous regions.